All right, we're taking a live look out of the Alamo City. So it looks like if you can look past the cloud in the distance, there's a little bit of sunlight.
It's not sunlight exactly, I think. I think it's just brighter. Less thick.
Well, while we're talking about it, you can also see a little bit of very light rain that's evaporating before it hits the surface there. And we've got some sprinkles out there right now. All of the more organized light rain is well south of San Antonio, from Laredo to Corpus Christi to Beeville. But as we head into the evening hours tonight, we are going to see some drizzle around San Antonio. So this afternoon and evening commute, I do think will still be damp in spots with drizzle and light rain, just to prepare you for that. Also to prepare you, the Ring of Fire solar eclipse is only 4 days away. And just to remind you, an annular eclipse is when the moon moves in front of the sun, but the moon appears smaller than the sun, and so that ring of fire develops there. By the way, anywhere around San Antonio is going to be great viewing for the solar eclipse, and up into the hill country as well. And it looks like the weather's going to be good for Saturday, around 11:50. Mostly clear skies, and temperatures should be near 70 degrees. Great viewing weather for the solar eclipse. But more on the hour-by-hour forecast for this afternoon, as drizzle is likely to develop late this evening. Details ahead.
Thank you, Sarah. The war between Israel and Hamas raising crude oil prices, and there are growing concerns that those soaring prices could soon reach gas pumps here in the U.S. While Israel is not a major oil producer, prolonged tension in the Middle East could trigger global investors in the long term. The conflict could spread further and impact the fragile global economic recovery that's underway. And analysts say that's especially worrisome if oil producer Iran becomes more actively involved in the conflict.
It really could alter the calculus for oil supplies and prices coming out of that region that exports about 20 million barrels a day to the rest of the world.
Now, as of Monday afternoon, the average price for a gallon of regular gasoline in the United States was $3.70. According to AAA, that's 11 cents below a week ago, which represents the normal drop in price as the travel season ends.
All right, well, we now turn to the conundrum on Capitol Hill after that unprecedented vote last week, removing Speaker Kevin McCarthy from the top job in the House. Republican members, they're gathering today, seeing if they can try to agree on their nominee for the position. ABC's Liz Landers in Washington with the latest on how this lack of established leadership, it could have wide-ranging effects.
House Republicans huddling Tuesday to see if they can reach agreement on a pick for the next Speaker of the House. The chamber's work currently at a standstill as terror unfolds in Israel, one of the United States' closest allies. The two leading candidates for Speaker, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan and current House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, will make their case to their colleagues during a closed-door candidates forum today. Jordan, who has been endorsed by former President Trump, says it's imperative Republicans have a solid plan before a full House vote.
I think it's real important that we go to the floor with 217 votes.
And Scalise told reporters on Monday that support for Israel is motivating their conference to act quickly.
Let me say it again. We stand strongly with Israel. The House needs to get back to work.
But other members saying lawmakers need more time to replace ousted former Speaker Kevin McCarthy. McCarthy telling reporters on Monday that he's open to assuming the top job again.
That's not my decision. That's the conference.
Meanwhile, in the Senate, Minority Leader Mitch McConnell penning an op-ed suggesting that an emergency appropriations package should tie additional funding for Israel with military aid to Ukraine. Funding for Ukraine was left out of a short-term spending bill to keep the government funded. That stopgap measure expires on November 17th, and without a speaker to introduce a new bill, the government could run out of money again.
The full House is back in session tomorrow, and the temporary Speaker Patrick McHenry has told reporters that his goal is to have a vote on Wednesday, but that could change. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
There is a new curveball in the race for president. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says he is leaving the Democratic Party and will now run as an independent for president. Back in April, he launched a long-shot bid for the Democratic nomination, but his position on vaccines and abortion were considered out of the party's mainstream.
The Democrats are frightened that I'm going to spoil the election for President Biden, and the Republicans are frightened that I'm going to spoil it for President Trump. The truth is, they're both right.
Now, after Kennedy's announcement as an independent, the Republican National Committee called him, quote, a radical, unquote. The Democratic National Committee, however, did not respond.
And speaking of the presidential election, Republican Will Hurd no longer running for president for 2024. The former Texas congressman suspending his bid. Now, Hurd was the last major candidate to join the already crowded Republican primary field. Remember, he announced his run in late June, one of the few Republican candidates who publicly denounced the former President Donald Trump. He's now endorsing Nikki Haley for the GOP nomination. Meanwhile, as we just said, we continue to see shifts in the candidacies in the election, and time continues.
If you plan on voting in the November 7th state election, the deadline to register is today. There are 14 state constitutional amendments on the ballot that voters can approve or deny. One deals with creating or altering funds to support higher education research. Others address taxes, including raising the homestead exemption. You can check your registration status and read more about the amendments on our website using the KSAT app.
Still ahead, here on the news at noon, how gardening can help seniors fight dementia and prevent other health issues.
No winner for the Powerball again. What the crazy amount that jackpot sits at now when we draw next.
All right, here we go. Are you ready? You play the Powerball?
Hope springs eternal.
But you play?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, you now have $1.7 billion. Sorry, $1.73 billion.
Let's not leave that 3 out.
Right. No winner drawn last night, so everyone could be a billionaire.
See? So hopeful. This marks the second largest prize in the lottery's history. Monday's winning numbers, if you just wanted to see could have won, 16, 34, 46, 55, and 67 with a Powerball of 14. The drawing drew more than 3.7 million winning tickets at lower prize levels, including a $2 million prize that was in Florida, four $1 million prizes in California, Indiana, Oregon, and Virginia. The next drawing is Wednesday.
All right, so even if you don't win the $1.73 billion, Sarah Spivey, we could all be millionaires.
Are you part of the station pool?
If we get a little bit of drizzle tonight?
Yes.
We could all
there you
see.
go.
We're all winning the weather lottery.
Yeah, drizzle is possible, especially by the later evening hours. Molds, though, are moderate. Probably going to go up if we get a little drizzle, though. Fall elm and ragweed are low. The aquifer is down ½ a foot over the past 24 hours. Still 30 feet below the monthly average. Again, rain chances tick up later tonight. And again, just damp, drizzly conditions. No major rainfall for us. But I'll walk you through the forecast coming up.
Gardening isn't just a low-impact exercise that helps seniors stay busy. Research is now showing that gardening can help reduce dementia. It can even help those with dementia improve their memory.
So it's why residents at a San Antonio assisted living and memory care facility, they've started a gardening club and they are already seeing the benefits. Sarah Acosta visited residents at the Gardens of Castle Hills. Find out why they say gardening gives them special peace.
It takes you away, honey. It takes you away to where, I don't know, maybe that's the way it is in paradise, you know, among the flowers, among the birds, nature.
Lucy Madrano is 85 years old. She is one of the residents at the assisted living and memory care facility, the Gardens at Castle Hills. She has led the garden club over the past year. One of their projects were these sunflowers that grew over 10 feet tall.
A plant that tall grows from this tiny seeds.
Lucy isn't just nurturing her garden, but also her memory. Research shows that daily gardening may reduce the risk of dementia by up to 36%. Another study has shown that gardening can improve the levels of brain nerve growth factors, which are related to memory.
Even though their brain is shrinking because of dementia and some other things, this reignites it a little bit with making some more connections.
Tim Dix with the Gardens at Castle Hills says it's why they started the Garden Club a year and a half ago, because not only does it help residents socialize outside, but helps exercise their brains and keep memories sharp.
People make connections with their past when they used to garden in their home with their loved ones, and it strengthens those memories, which strengthens the part of the brain that accounts for the memories.
For Lucy, that memory is of her late husband, who passed away from Alzheimer's. They were married for 67 years and loved gardening together.
When I do it here, I don't know, I feel that he's with me. It's a good feeling.
Alicia Farias is 82 years old. She is also part of the garden club and keeps several plants on her patio.
It just keeps me busy and don't sit there and be depressed or anything. So I just love to be out there working with plants or reading or whatever, but I do like to be gardening.
Plants are like children. The more love you give them, the more beautiful they are.
Lucy says gardening doesn't just help keep their minds healthy, but more importantly, gives them a new purpose and reason to keep going, even when they miss the loved ones that have passed.
My duty is to go on living for my children, and I'm finding a purpose in life, and I love gardening.
Sarah Acosta, KSAT12 News.
This is obviously just one of the many Gardening with KSAT stories. You can check out all the stories with Sarah right now. Just head to KSAT.com. And all the moisture we've been getting, we might get some more. It's got to be good for the gardens.
Absolutely.
Things are already greening up quite a bit.
They really are, Ursula. My bougainvillea is loving the sun and the little bit of rain we got on Thursday. And tonight there will be some areas of drizzle out there. Take a look outside right now. One of the biggest things you notice when you step outside is the humidity. Dew points are actually up some 10 to even 15 degrees in some places. Noticeably humid as we get Gulf of Mexico moisture streaming in from the south and Pacific moisture streaming in from the southwest. And you can see that temperatures are pretty much going to be locked in where they are right now, as we are not expecting to see breaks in the cloud cover at all over the rest of the day. It's 75 in Uvalde, 79 in Del Rio, 74 in Pleasanton, 68 in New Braunfels. A light shower moved over New Braunfels and dropped temperatures by a couple of degrees. Speaking of showers, take a look at your screen right now. You can see that much of the light rain is confined to areas well south of San Antonio, from Laredo to Beeville and Corpus Christi. Let's go ahead and zoom in though, because we do have some of those light rain showers. Again, you can see one of those light rain showers moved over New Braunfels area. Near Schertz, there's some light rain as well. Some sprinkles southwest of San Antonio too, in areas in Atascosa County. Again, this is very, very light rain sprinkles that's not really amounting to much. Any of the rain that counts for anything is well south of San Antonio now, again between Laredo, Rockport, Corpus Christi. But there is going to be a gradual increase in the drizzle out there, especially as we head toward the evening hours. Take a look at the futurecast. Again, right around dinner time, still most of that rain confined to our south. It isn't until after dinner that we start to see a few areas of drizzle out there around San Antonio, and that should last into the overnight hours and into early tomorrow morning. By 5 a.m. though, most of that rain and drizzle will be pushing off to the east. So at most you can expect damp conditions early tomorrow morning and late tonight. Otherwise, again, it is just going to be one of those days where we'll have some drizzle out there later on tonight, nothing amounting to too much. High temperature is going to be right in the mid 70s. Now here's some good news. Even though the humidity is going to stick around tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, we do expect a cool front to move through on Friday, and that's going to knock the humidity down by the weekend. So over the weekend, it's going to feel great. We will, however, have a few days here where the humidity stays high. Just going to be icky and sticky outside. So drizzle tonight into early tomorrow morning. 83 tomorrow, as clouds will stick around, but we will see some gradual clearing tomorrow afternoon. 89 on Thursday, so it's going to be warm on Thursday, and 87 77 on Friday, warm and humid, but then that front moves through midday on Friday. That sets up a great weekend. Our morning lows are going to be in the 50s with low humidity. Our highs are going to be mild, 77 on Saturday, 80 on Sunday. That front comes to the rescue and really helps to clear out skies for good solar eclipse viewing on Saturday in the morning hours, guys.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Coming up, what one local nonprofit is doing to help sick children celebrate Halloween this year.
Plus, the main symptom men need to look out for when it comes to breast cancer. We're going to explain right after the break.
We are continuing our coverage of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the START Center for Cancer Care wants men to be aware that, yes, they too can get breast cancer.
RJ Marquez explains some of the symptoms and risk factors for men who have breast cancer.
Though it's not nearly as common as breast cancer in women, the Centers for Disease Control says about 2,100 men are diagnosed with breast cancer and about 500 die from it every year. But doctors say the mortality rate for men with breast cancer is high because the cancer is usually caught in a later stage.
I don't know how much men like to go into their doctor and say, hey, I've got a lump on my breast, or whether they're even, looking at that.
Men experience the same symptoms as women, like a hard lump, changes in pain in the skin and nipple area, but the tumors for men are found in a different spot compared to most women.
In most men, this will happen directly behind the nipple and not sort of at the periphery, just because their breast tissue is focused into a much smaller area.
Some other risk factors for male breast cancer include liver disease, obesity, and just getting older. The CDC says most breast cancers are found after the age of 50. And then there's family history. If several of your family members have had breast or ovarian cancer, you may want to talk to your doctor about genetic counseling or test. RJ Marquez, KSAT12 News.
Halloween just around the corner, and a local nonprofit is doing its part to make sure that every single kid can celebrate, even if they're sick. The Stay Strong Foundation is giving young hospital patients Halloween costumes and bringing a spooky boo bash to those who can't trick or treat. Stay Strong's board president, Debbie Harper, says being able to celebrate Halloween goes a long way for those in the hospital, and it's something she learned firsthand from her own son.
The day before he went into the hospital, he wanted to do something, and so he put it out on Facebook, and he said, hey, we need costumes for these kiddos here because they're kind of isolated.
Now, this year, the foundation has a goal to collect 400 costumes for pediatric patients at University Hospital, and that's where you come in. You can help by going to our website, KSAT.com.
All right, so we checked in with SA Live earlier. They have the food competition.
Yes.
What kind of chips are you talking about? We look at this.
Wait a minute,
we have food. See, this is always, there's so many reasons why it's an honor doing the noon show.
Yep.
Ooh, that's
hanging out with Mike and Fiona is just another
pretty
one.
Good stuff, huh?
Yeah, so that is lumpia Shanghai. It is a Filipino snack.
Yeah.
Snack,
Delish dish.
Oh, wow.
All
There's
of the
Bobby,
above.
I'll share mine with you.
Oh, yeah, and we're going to have a little eating contest with that. And then look at this beautiful table set up here.
All right, this is a Kamayan feast, and we have Camille de los Reyes, owner and CEO of Sari Sari, Filipino restaurant, market, and bakery.
So you have a lumpia eating contest coming up this Saturday, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So I want you to chow down on all this lumpia. We're also going to show you how to eat with your hands for this fancy Kamayan feast.
Even the rice, right?
Yes, the rice.
If I'm getting lumpia, I'll eat anything with my hands right there. And that raises our social question today. What would you chow down on if it was an eating contest? Would it be lumpia?
Mine would be lumpia.
Yours would be lumpia?
Absolutely.
That's I don't know what mine would be.
Oh my
Let
gosh,
us know.
hurry.
Scan that QR code. I know. It may be bratwurst because Yingling Beer is in town. It is the oldest continuous brewery in the United States. We are going to show you some great bratwurst recipes, and it is their Oktoberfest.
Great pairings, yes, for Oktoberfest.
Yes.
Okay, and Defiant Boutique will be showing us some of the fall fashions they've got.
And we have a preview of Cirque du Soleil that is coming to town next month. And some of the wonderful actors, great show. It is going to be out there at Nelson Stadium under the Big Top.
All right, all that and more when SA Live continues in just a little bit.